Hey everyone, welcome back to my tutorial. In this tutorial, I am going to show you how to create a smooth activity ring using HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. Before proceeding further, please be sure to drop a like on this video, and subscribe to my channel, for more such tutorials. So, without any further ado, let's get started. Open your code editor. Then, create an HTML file. Use the link tag to include our CSS file. In the body, create a div element with class as container. Inside it, create a SVG element with class as rail. For the viewbox attribute, set min_x and min_y to 0. Set width and height to 250 pixels. Inside it, create a circle element. Set the values of center X and center Y attribute to 125. Set radius to 100. If you want to change the size of the ring, you have to make sure these values are in proportion. The width and height of the view box must be 2.5 times the radius. The values of center X and center Y must be half of the width and height of the view box. Now, we will make the counter. Create a span element with class as counter. Let's default the value to 0. Now, copy-paste the previous SVG element below the counter. Change the class to bar. Lastly, use a script tag to include our JavaScript file. Our HTML is ready. Let's move to the CSS. For the universal selector, set box sizing to border box. Let's center the ring on the screen. For the body, set display to grid. Set place items to center. Set height to 100%. Set margin to 0. Set background color to a dark color. For the container class, set position to relative. Set width and height to 250 pixels. This is the same width and height that we used for the view box. Let's place the counter to the center of the ring. Set display to grid. Set place items to center. For the counter class, set color to white smoke. Set font family to sans serif. Set font size to 2 rem. For the SVG element, set position to absolute. Set width and height to 250 pixels. Set fill to none. For the circle element, set stroke width to 20. For the bar class, set transform to rotate with an angle of -90 degrees. For the rail class's circle element, set stroke to white with 10% opacity. For the bar class's circle element, set stroke to 1A, C, 0, A, 2. Set stroke line cap to round. Set stroke dash array to 628. 628. Where 628 is the circumference of the circular ring. Our CSS is ready. Let's move to JavaScript. Let's select all the elements that we will require. Using document.query selector, select the bar class's circle element. Similarly, select the counter element. Now, let's generate a random number, in the range of radius of the circle, for the sake of simulation. It will be, float value of math.random, into radius of the circle, which we will get using getAttribute method. Now, we will write a function, which will return the circumference of the circle, with given radius. It will take the radius as an argument. Return the value of 2 into, math.py into, radius. Declare a constant, circumference, which will hold the circumference of our SVG circle. Use getAttribute method, to get the value of our attribute, of the circle element. Let's write a function, that will animate the value of the counter, over a given duration. It will take an element, start value, final value, and the duration in milliseconds, as arguments. Declare a start timestamp variable, with default value as null. Let's write a nested function that will take a timestamp as an argument. We will use the timestamp to determine the progress of the animation. If not start timestamp, we will set the value of start timestamp variable to the timestamp argument. Let's calculate the progress of the animation. It will be minimum value between timestamp minus start timestamp divided by duration or 1. Set inner HTML of element 2. Float value of progress into final minus start plus start. If progress is lesser than 1, we will again call the function, using Windows request animation frame method, which passes a timestamp to the function. Lastly, let's begin to call the function, using request animation frame. Now, let's call the animate text function. Pass the counter element as the first argument. Pass 0 as start value. Pass the random value that we generated as final value. I will use a duration of 2.5 seconds for this tutorial. Time to animate the ring. We will use elements animate method for this. The first argument is an array of objects of properties that we want to animate. For the first object, set value of stroke-offset property to value of circumference constant. For the second object, set value of stroke-offset property to circumference constant, minus circumference of circle with radius as random value that we generated. The second argument is an object of options. I will use a duration of 2.5 seconds. Make sure to use same duration that you used for the animate text function. Lastly, we will set the stroke-offset of the element to the same value that we used in the animation, so that our ring retains its position after the animation is complete. Here, our final project is complete. Let's see the preview. it is working as expected. So, that's all for today. Hope you would have enjoyed the tutorial. Please be sure to drop a like on this video, and subscribe to my channel for more such tutorials. I will see you next time. Till then, good luck and peace.